bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors,
saying you might not want this on too.
I know.
Occupational health and safety is going to come down on you like a ton of fucking bricks, right? Your job is keep that fucker off the front of the car. So much easier than an electric winch mounted in a roof.
Yeah. I'm thinking of putting one in the carport.
The roof's not strong enough.
I'm not going to use the carport roof. I'm going to make an A-frame. Get some steel.
With a 10-ton fucking winch in it from Harbor
Yeah,
Freight.
go to Harbor Freight.
10-ton electric winch.
We got a winch. This would be easy fucking... You can spend more money on the metal than you would on the winch. You know what? I could go nice and get an actual electric winch for like a lift winch, one that's got a small gearing and everything, and that's got like a manual press. Spend like $400 on that. Probably like $1,000 in total.
What are we doing for space? We ain't gonna get high enough, are we?
We'll have to put this broad down probably.
Well,
That's what I was saying.
Now we have to drop the jack. We have to drop the jack.
But keep going. You got some space. Keep going. Stop it. Too tall.
Clear, it's not.
Nope. Need a pair of pliers for that. See that?
Once it's over the lift, we can jack the car back up again, so we have the minimum amount of maneuvering to do with the fucking... It's not going to go down now, is it? That's not good.
I'm sorry, Mr. Trans.
Just about there, I'll do. Don't overcrank that.
Okay, back down. Yeah, this is what I was running into. You can see the little... you can see why I almost got the roof here.
We got the clearance, so we can drop it down a little bit so we're not going to go just the angle clockwise, just a tap.
You're like just on par, dude. I would keep it right where you're at. I think you're good. Keep coming.
Yeah, and then we just drop it down.
I'd stop there.
Just don't want to
But before we do this, God forbid, this is the only time we actually do this, and it goes right in. Let me take some pictures of all this.
It's never been the only time we've done something.
Well, I've done this twice already. I've spent 2 half days doing this. So, let me tell you, it would only make sense that it went in right now. Alright. Let's see if they want to be friends today.
Okay, you stabilize the engine, I'll move it forward. So you're watching, you don't hit anything. We're good?
Alright, stop there.
I think we might be just a little low. We got a little bit of salt back
Yeah,
there
now
up the
you-
hill.
Yeah. This was a mistake to do it this way.
Hey?
This was a mistake for me to do it this
Yeah,
way.
it should have been the other way around, but
Yeah.
a lot easier.
You're now doing it this
Okay,
way.
so just jack it up a little bit more. The pipe's over there. We got a few inches to play with now.
Come hella high water, this thing's coming in.
Okay, should do us. Just keep an eye on it. Stabilize the engine. Get up there.
Alright, stop there. You're starting to run into the...
Straight. That's What's the question?
I gotta pick the car up now if you're
Okay.
starting to run into stuff.
Don't pick it up much because we're. Stop.
You can jack it up. You can jack the engine up a bit more. You have a good 6 inches, 5
Well-
inches. I'm telling you, this was the same thing I was having to deal with. This is gonna be the last time you put this engine in or out. So
Okay, that's as far as I can go.
you're good. I'm watching you. Good.
Stop there. We're about 3 inches of clearance. Once we get it complete.
Once we get the jacks underneath, you're good. Keep coming. You're good. You're perfect clearance.
Well, we need to be able to get into the ball jack in, don't we?
Huh? We can do that at the end.
Okay.
I can fish that in.
Okay.
You're through. Keep coming.
I'm not going to hit anything into my square if I turn the engine around now or we square on.
I'm gonna keep
'Cause
you
now's
off
the
the
time
back.
to move things a little. That looks about square. Just turn the engine. Turn it. Stop. Okay, we need to go further to the left.
You're stuck on this control arm. Put the engine down a tiny bit, because
Stop
now we
it.
can lose some height.
Just turn the engine a tad. Okay, I'm looking and we're sitting
We need to go
about
that way.
6 inches further this way is where we need to go.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to push it like this. I'm gonna just manhandle it in.
It would be much easier if it's lined up as close to perfect as possible, so I can lift this control arm a little bit.
I'm letting the engine dangle, and I'm gonna come over here. I'm picking up my hub over here. Oh, hang on. Go.
That's it. I can't go much further forward though, because now I'm up against it.
That's okay. When we put this down, the arm should lever it back.
Lever it down this way.
Yeah. Let me go and you hold that. I'm gonna put it down a little bit.
Just take it nice and slow.
Yeah.
Would have been easier if we put it out one more peg on that thing.
I'm not comfortable with half a ton. This is right at half a ton. Oh, that's like. You see that engine mount?
Stop it there.
Let's put this bottle jack up now.
Let's get the bottle jack in there.
Okay, so I'm gonna make you aware of the problems you're gonna run into. That engine mount is gonna run into the
It has to
plate.
go underneath.
It has to fish underneath, so don't think about the bell housing until that engine mount is underneath.
Right, but I want the bell housing up.
Yeah,
Because
and
then
then
it's easier to lower the bell housing than it is to be under there trying to jack it up.
the other concern we have is this motor is about 15 degrees rotated to the right the wrong way. We're gonna have to rotate maybe 10 degrees up
That's
to the
okay,
left.
because once we get it on
Then
the
the
spline,
splines,
we got
then-
something else holding it and get it underneath this one. As we lower it, it'll automatically twist that way. Yeah.
What am I looking for right now? I'm looking for this
Bottle
bottle
jack.
jack. Bottle jack coming in hot.
This is pretty close to being right.
Hey, I've said that every single time I've tried this and it never went right, so I hope it was just me. I'm just stupid. Because that would make out for it. Excuse.
Just lift it a little and put the wood under it.
Easier said than
There it
done.
is. Okay.
Strong, I don't know that strong.
I'll just jack it on the mat.
Yeah,
It should be okay.
it's no, not worry. Where's the peg gone?
You put it on that table.
Nope, it's probably right there. It is.
And up she goes. Don't force it. When it gets up, just stop. Keep going.
Yeah, nothing about this is me forcing it.
Now just a thought before we go any further. That jack is sticking over the front edge of the...
I see it.
That is going to stop this from going onto the spline. Hey, at least we saw it now. Further, 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 further. Okay, now we're off center. Hang on, see if I can lift this.
Good luck. There you go. Put it back down. Pretty good there.
Yeah, but hold on. There's a notch in the front there. Is there a notch in this? I want you to move the jack straight back just a bit. Whoa, too far. Back a bit, back a bit, back a bit, back. Whoa, right around there. It's easy to lift that from up here.
Yeah, from down here, fishing underneath is not so easy.
Okay, I would stop there for now. You're not all the way up, and give us a little bit of play.
That's good.
Okay, so let's think about how we want to do this. We really want this to go back just a little bit, because as we lower, it's going to drop closer, and right now we're almost right on it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just
Well, maybe not. I just don't want to be rattling on that when I'm trying to go underneath this engine mount.
Yeah.
If we're going to put this engine mount under first before we go on the spline,
Let's just go
I
about
want it to be back as far as I
And now we
can,
can
dropping
run it
it
back.
down. Then I can just push it and slide underneath it. So just pull it back a few inches. Whoa,
It was blocked.
that's it. That's good.
Yeah, coming down.
Bring it down slowly. And the more we bring it back, the more wiggle room we have for moving it forward again when we have to. Okay, stop there. We're sitting on something.
Probably your mount over there.
No, I'm not on the mount here.
What good?
Nothing over there. It's just
Well,
right out of the way.
What is coming out of that? Is that nasty rust?
Okay, slowly down.
Hello?
You watch your side, I'll watch this side.
I'm pretty golden over here. The only thing, other thing, hang on, before we get any crazier. See that shift fork?
The clutch fork.
The clutch fork? Yeah, that's main inconvenience number one. I suggest we go, while we finagle this mount, we also finagle this. So we
Can we lift that?
If you lift it too far, you push the throw bearing off the
Right.
rod, and I'll fucking kill you. Because it's gonna be a nightmare. to
Well,
take
right
it apart.
now I'm behind it and I'm behind the engine mount.
I'm
which
saying
is
we
good.
come forward, left, and then back, and we'll clear everything.
Well, see, right now I've got clearance on this and I'm just touching the frame.
Yeah, just ride the frame
And as
down.
it goes forward a little, I'm just riding the frame down,
Yep.
okay?
Alright. You ready?
I am good. Stop.
Go about in line there.
I'm just in line with the engine mount. I'm not under it. So if you want to go back a little bit, because I've got about 6 inches of clearance here. Whoa. Now let's drop her down very slowly. Now, slowly. Stop there. How much underneath this do I need to be?
Where's the mount at?
Is there a rubber mount that
There you
goes
go.
in here between the two? Can we put this on now?
If you think
Because
so.
I think I can go straight down to the bottom and come back up underneath that.
That's what you're supposed to do when installing these engines.
That's what I think I can do. So put that on there. Yeah.
The only thing is that when you do that, it becomes a lot harder to wiggle and wobble this thing around to fish that on. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I can get it. I've
Okay,
got
just
straight
try it.
down and forward.
If
I
it's
can
in our
do.
way, we can always take it off.
Yeah, straight down and forward I can do. It's easier to bolt that in now without the engine in there.
I'm just gonna hand tight it. So that way it gives us some play too. Oh, come back here. There we go. Cheerio.
So that's in.
Yep.
Just double check. Now the other engine mount that has to go in on the other side.
There's some more floating over there. It's a lap on top, so that'll be easy.
It just laps onto the top
Yeah.
of what? This one?
No,
That's
it
where
sits.
this comes into play.
It sits underneath.
We can lift that to about there and not throw off the throwout.
Yeah, if you throw it off, I'm gonna kill you. So don't throw it off.
Oh, is it tough to get on?
Just you don't have to take the entire bowhouse and back off to get it back on.
See, right now I am pretty close to this steering rack.
I mean, you can move the.
How
Oh,
much
the one
do I-
down there.
How much do I have to go to get that in?
Not maybe 2 inches.
I've got to come forward. So do me a favor, just lower me very slowly till I tell you to stop. Stop. Look under from the front, see how much clearance I've got over that bolt on the top, this bolt here.
Like, not much.
That's okay, as long as I've got some.
Well, hang on. This rack can be moved like that.
Okay, that goes down even further.
That's as far as it can go now.
So now drop me down till I'm just touching the,
The rack,
not the rack, the
sway bar.
sway bar.
Well, the sway bar should move too. When you-
Stop. We're just over the sway bar. And look at that. I am literally tip this slightly and those bolts will drop right into that hole. Hold on. So literally I need to go down, tilt down and just move forward slightly. So if I can tilt this down, there we go. Just move me forward slightly to get past the lip on this side.
Coming forward.
Slowly, slowly. Stop. Okay, so now we can torque this fucker. See, we're gonna have to put the spline on to get this to line up.
That's what I was saying. You gotta do the spline first and then that engine
Spline
mount.
first and then we can twist, but we do have the room to twist it down. So just back me out slightly so I've got room to see this spline. Okay, so that means I'm gonna have to take this mounting back off again.
Yeah, as I was saying, I think the mount's better off, and then we worry about it once we're splined up.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was gonna get fucked by the spline. I mean, I guess when they do these, they take the frickin' whole steering rack and everything out the
Yeah.
bottom. That way they just drop it on the floor, move it in and lift it up.
Yep, that's the way the factory used to do it.
Okay, the good news is that now that we're there, it's up, not down,
Yeah.
because we're sitting a little below that spline.
Yeah, we gotta come up a little bit.
So we're gonna have to come up.
Pump it up a few times.
So you keep an eye on that side while you bring it up. Make sure we don't catch it and drag it with us.
Yeah, that shift fork is what I'm really concerned about.
Stop there.
So if you come just this way a little bit, you clear the fork.
I'm thinking if you just
You're-
move that forward, you have
move-
to tip
push
it
the engine.
this way slightly.
Alright, let me push the engine horse forward.
Right. The trouble is now I'm underneath this. What are we catching on there? It's not a fork, is it? No, it is the fork. So here's what we do. Tip the engine under the fork so you don't have to lift it so much. Now just lift the fork so it sits on that. That thing you threw off there and one more. Stop. Okay. Almost on that. Now we've got the spline in, but I don't know if it's lined up properly.
I think it is.
So what we want to do is just lift the engine slightly, just a tad. So,
We're gonna spit that throw out there in any second here.
okay, drop the engine back down again, just a tad. somebody's going to have to be underneath back there to tell us when we're perfectly level with that spline. And what I think is we're a little bit low right now. Okay. We're a little bit low. You can get inside that. I don't know if it's central. So if you can go underneath from the back and slide up and look through that inspection hatch, and then you can work the little jack, so take the pliers. Because if you need to, better if you need to lower it a tad to line it up than me having to crank this thing up and down.
Yeah. What do I do with the fucking flashlight? Oh, fucker.
Do me a favor, I'm going to hold the engine here, just shove this forward just like an inch. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, now we should be sitting as close onto that spline in just a case of you lining it up. That's what I'm hoping. Use your slider, your trolley.
Too tall. Can't. The car's not up far enough. The back of the motor's got to come up.
The back of the, well, that's what I'm saying. You can drop that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You can control it from there. As long as I keep the engine in the right place, you can control that. And I can push on it from up here. Hopefully.
I'm catching up. Keep going. I can pull on it. Hang on.
Whoop. There.
Nope. Keep going. I'm watching. Alright, stop. Don't do nothing. Come back.
What do you want me to do?
Bring this motor towards me.
Towards you?
Yep. There we go. Now we start pushing on.
I can hold it there. And I can push it on.
There we go.
Now I strongly suggest that we put a couple of bolts in that for now, just till we figure out what we're going to do next. Because if I let this go, it's going to come off again.
Okay, but I can't because the bell housing isn't lined up.
Okay. Okay, so while we got it here, I am underneath the engine mount right now. I'll hold this here, you come out and you see if you can get that engine mount on. But before you do that,
let's put this bell housing both on, dude. Because then we can drop the entire thing down without the mount on it. It'll sag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The engine will sag with everything.
So which way do we need to turn it to get
towards me, I think. This way. It's got a good bit to come.
Yeah, we got to go in more, you see.
Yeah, why not?
We're not fully on that spline. The motor's still wiggling.
Try it. Let me jack
We're
this
not
thing
closed
back
up the gap yet. We've got about a quarter of an inch of gap. Jack it up just a tad. I think it's dropped on us a little.
It has.
Stop there.
There you go. You're looking pretty spot on there. Perfect. I think we're on, are we?
I'm looking to see where this bolt is, and it's over here. The trouble is, every time I come forward to look, I lose the pressure of the engine.
I'm holding in from down here. Rotate this sucker
I've got
down.
about a quarter of an inch gap there. This needs to rotate.
Towards. Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Should be about lined up there.
I got
This
it.
is heavy.
It's on. I need a 19 or a 17.
I can't move or it's going to snap. Just take the bolt out and let it go back. Alright, just leave it where it is.
Let go.
Okay, I'm going to give you a 19 or a 17.
Yeah, just grab me a wrench, either one.
Don't try and cross thread this bolt. Let me get a hold of it and put some pressure on it so you're not forcing the threads. Might be easier from up here.
Could be. Probably would be.
Well, why don't you just come out and do it from up here?
Alright, well, this is gonna take me a fucking cool minute. You ready for that? I gotta slide backwards. Come on.
I just want to make sure this thing goes properly onto the spline before we start doing engine mounts.
I agree. Oh.
You won't get that in there. I thought the spanner might be easier to get in from up here. Because you're not working over your head, the bolt's right here.
Yeah.
Down here.
This'll work now. Just a second, go back down with the electric line. Come on. Before I go back down there, are you holding that up? Just let go.
I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't spit out on us.
Just let go. It's fine.
You sure?
I hope that's another Bellhausen bolt.
Okay, let it go.
Ran out of torque, but it's most of the way in.
It's most of the way in, so that should hold it, but we're not fully in.
Well, that's good. We don't want to be all the way in. Hang on, I got one more bolt I might be able to put in
Yeah,
here.
go to the opposite side if you can, like this side over here. Malcolm,
You
can you
gonna
do this?
get-
Can you do this top one over here? See, these have all got little flanges on them. They need to go in.
You're gonna get what you get. Can this one fit up there? Can't really see shit. Is there a
It's
19?
right there. Yeah,
I can't see shit.
it's right where your hand is, but it's here. Look,
I have the bolt right here.
Motherfucker, sharp. Let me come around that side.
Yeah, I can't see shit for nothing up there. It's on the,
Okay, go for one on the bottom then if you can't get into that.
Yeah,
one.
the problem is this bolt that I have is too thick. I need a nut, a captive nut.
Okay, so this one, go back up to the top.
Wow, that's all right.
Come up to this top one up here.
Can you fish it in?
Okay, yeah. Put it roughly where it needs to go so that you can
I can zip it with this.
hopefully zip it from there. Okay, it's in the hole, but we've got to make sure it's, there we go, it's in. Destiny's tightening the.
Well, here's the zip gun. I
don't
can't
think-
reach it from
I
that.
don't
Get
think
me
the
an,
zip gun will fit from here, but I can try.
get me an extended socket then. I need an extended 19 or like a short extension, either one. Probably a short extension would be